Welcome back to my continuing adventures on Snowrunner on PlayStation 4, episode 35, with me, MrSealyp. Okay, where am I? What am I doing? I'm on Quarry. I'm on a couple of contracts, things I need to do to unlock certain bits. This isn't needed to unlock Zimnogorsk. I've already unlocked Zimnogorsk. There's a contract I want to do which will take stuff out there which I think unlocks garage, service hub, something along those lines. Again, I haven't looked too deeply into it because I want it to be a surprise. I don't want to necessarily know specifically what I need to do. I just want to crack on with some jobs. This one is oil rig restoration. I've already done part one. I had to take the seismic vibration module and go and scope it out. Now I've got to go and get an oversized cargo from down at the shipwreck site. So we're on this one here, Tiger oil rig restoration. So the oil rig's drilling site, the drilling site is there. The oversized cargo is down there at the shipwreck site. Now what I have done, because in my bimbling around in various different vehicles, I've realised that down here by the shipwreck is a horrible bit of ground. So what I've done is I've taken the TUS 420, the Tatarin, down there as a recovery vehicle. And I'm going to drive out and try and get this oversized load. If I get stuck, I can use that to pull it out. Maybe. That, again, is just a theory at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. As far as trailers go for this, I think I need something with 4 cargo slot points. The options are to go low loader and keep it low to the ground so it's more stable, or go with the side bed trailer, which is a bit higher off the ground, won't get caught on the ground as much, but is more liable to toppling over. My only concern with this one is I'm going to get caught on like humps. If you get any steep little humps and stuff like that, I could bottom out with this. Another reason why having the Tatarin down there may help considerably. So the first thing we've got to do is get there. You know, at the end of the day, that I'm assuming is going to be a lot easier than getting back. I'm going to take it round this route out towards the drilling site anyway. It's not a good sign when you start to get bogged down straight out the door, is it? What I will do is go to that. Like I say, I don't know how well we're going to get on with this. This is just one of those, let's suck it and see, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, rethink. But I don't know. I think putting the Tatarin out there is a good call. It's like that, like I said before, logistics. It's thinking ahead. There is an element of sometimes thinking, oh, you know, let's just go for it. And I like that. That's absolutely no problem with that at all. I've done it enough times myself, kind of hit and hope. And whilst I just said it's a bit of a kind of suck it and see, there are elements you can do to minimise the risk, I think. How much it'll minimise the risk, I don't know, but we shall see. I'm not sure when this is going to post. This may post... This is when I record this. I'm recording this Friday. This may post Saturday. I've got family stuff and family commitments I'm doing Saturday. We've got a skip coming because over the whole you know, lockdown period, myself, my kids, my wife, we've been kind of doing renovations and stuff on the house, all the things, all the jobs you put off when you're working full time. All of you are, and you're in and out at different times, and people are working different shifts, and you can never quite get everything done. Having all been at home, and whilst everyone's working from home, it's far easier to pick up those jobs and do a little bit at a time. So my wife and I, after 25 years of marriage this year, October 7th this year, we'll have been married 25 years, we decided that, I mean, it's not the first time we've done it, but we decided our bedroom needs an overhaul, so we bought all new wardrobes and stuff for the bedroom, and we gutted it and did all that. So we had all the boxes from the new stuff, we had all the old stuff ripped out. We did it all ourselves, but we ripped it all out. My daughters then went and they did their rooms, and they cleared out their spare room, and so we got bags and bags and bags of old clothes, of old, you know, just stuff that you accumulate over a lifetime, you know. And a lot of stuff you keep because you think you're going to need it or you're going to wear it again, and I'll slim into that. and then you don't. So we just had a bit of a blitz. So we've got so much stuff. But the problem was then you ring up skip hire companies to come out and deliver you a skip. None of them were working because of the whole lockdown thing. They weren't delivering skips, they weren't taking rubbish to tips, none of that was happening. So we've had to wait really until one of the skip hire companies has said actually yeah we can, but they're not dropping it and leaving it, and this is where tomorrow gets a little bit interesting. They're dropping it out the front of the house, but only for half an hour. It's what's called a drop and wait. So they're going to drop the skip, wait half an hour, then take it away again. That way you don't have to have a permit, because we don't have a driveway or anything like that. We're right on the street, so you don't need a permit, which makes it cheaper as well. So it's a drop and wait. So we've got half an hour. There are 6 of us, my wife, myself, my 4 daughters, and farm dog, and I don't think it's going to help much. And we've basically got a blitz it. We've been piling as much stuff out in the front garden as we possibly can, ready for the morning. And we're just going to go for it. It's going to be a bit mad. But it does mean our deck out the back of the house that's been covered in bags and rubbish and junk, we get back. So I said that we can have a barbecue tomorrow out on the deck. It's my thank you to all them for all their hard work and clearing everything. So like I say, I'm not sure what I'm going to post tomorrow, how much I'm going to post. I'm going to go straight through the trees here to avoid going through the swamp. Coming back might be a different kettle of fish, but I think if I can stay on slightly more, say, even ground. It's not that even here, but this is narrow enough that I can fit between the trees at the moment. It just avoids me going right out there into the swampy stuff. Coming back I may have to, I don't know. Again, this is just trial and error. We'll see how this pans out. I've just got a funny feeling the closer we get to the shipwreck. I say it's not the first time I've been out there. I have driven out there in a couple of different scout vehicles. When I was testing out the Tuz 166 and the Yar, I kind of drove around all over the place, testing them all out off camera, and kind of came to the conclusion it's a fairly inhospitable environment. Sorry, done a lot of chatting. Let's just try and get out there. Don't know how much room I'm going to have to turn around to collect the load. Again, that's going to be when we get there, we'll just work it out. Flexibility is the key here. So the reason I went for this low loader rather than the trail low loader as well, the gooseneck one, is because you've got 4 axles on the back and they actually do come forward quite a way. I may need to use the winch here. Let's see how we go. See, something like this coming back, this is where your trailer's going to tip. So that's why I thought having a low loader just keeps all of that much lower to the ground. The centre of gravity's down. A couple of people had mentioned this before to me in comments for other contracts and other jobs and said, look, you know, it's not something I'd considered before, because you think low loader, again, I've got my head on from playing Farming Simulator, for transporting vehicles and stuff like that, don't really considered. I mean, I'm assuming I can put the cargo on the back of this. I don't know if I can. I hope I can. So as I'm driving in, I'm also then looking at routes and thinking, okay, what's the best way over this? Where am I going to be able to go to avoid tipping, to avoid getting bogged down? I'm not going to know because I get the weight on the back of it. See what I mean? Back axles come off the ground, but those forward ones, it seems to be okay. I don't know. Like I say, we get weight on the back of this, everything will change. So bits like this, I can use the winch, which is fine, and winch myself along, pulling by trees and stuff like that. But I just think if I have to, I can just come and grab the tatter in, and then you're laughing, aren't you? Whoa, that's rather impressive stuff. So where do I need to go? Down onto the beach. Now, how do I want to do this? Because Right, I need to think about this. Must be going forwards and just get stuck straight away. How much fun will that be? I don't want to do this. Cargo management, oversized loads. Have we just sunk into the mud already? Oh, good grief. You are kidding me. We're not moving at all. Can I go forwards? Oh, this is madness. No way. Those wheels aren't even moving. Oh dear. Is there anything to winch to? Think about this. Right. Do I need to... Right. Think. Remove cargo. Yeah, we just completely bogged down. That's not to say that's not going to happen every time. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it's going to do, isn't it? Ooh, lummy. This is going to be a tattering job, isn't it? I really am at the moment just wondering what am I going to do here. I don't know where I'm going with this. Need to be further up the beach. I may cut in a second, let's just line this up. At least we're moving this time. don't tip it over straight out of the... That was a much better idea swinging round. Keep going. Keep going. Sorry, I had that same problem I always have. I had to stop for a thumbnail, and the problem is as soon as you stop, the whole thing just sank into the ground. So I had to do a bit of a reset. Not a reset, you know what I mean? I just had to kind of just wiggle it back a bit and then come. Look at the way that cargo container is twisted on the back of that. As long as we're still moving forward, we're moving, and that's all that matters at the moment. It's when we spin and spin and spin and can't get anywhere, then we're in trouble. So it doesn't really matter how long this takes. Not to me anyway, as long as we're still moving. We have got trees and stuff, well there's a few dead ones, but I just think this is going to be incredibly slow going. I mean, this is the reason for this contract, so let's be honest. You look at it on paper and think, well, that's actually not too bad, is it? Just from there to there. 14 hours later. So can we stick it in the gearbox? Nope. That served no purpose whatsoever. And this is the problem, is that this low loader is just sunk to the axles. I mean, it's right down to the bed, right in the mud. And you think, that's not good, because I'm now just dragging that through the mud. But the problem is if you go for the other one, with the sideboards on it, it brings it up out of the mud, but then it's very top heavy. It was always going to be a trade-off. I'll be honest with you, we got further off the beach than I thought we were going to when I first hooked up to it, so just try and get some of this horrible thick stuff and maybe things will get a bit better. The swamp, I'm not looking forward to that so much, but keep pulling, let's get out of the mud a little bit. Okay. Hopefully the back will slide around a little bit. There we go. Like I say, I don't want it tipping. It's good there's a bit of flex in that container. And the trailer itself, I would imagine. Unless the container is just damaged and it's like that all the time, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Oh no, fuel. Just saying, look how much fuel we're burning. Okay. Well, if we have to, we'll just fuel up from the Tatterin and enough to keep us going. Oh, my palms are sweaty. We have got some tight bits coming up as well. But we got in here with the low loader. Having the actual trailer on the cargo on the back isn't going to change the length of the trailer. We got in alright, so we know we can make all the turns required. Come on, keep going. I am blown away by this. I really didn't think I would get over any of these. I was convinced we'd have the Tatterin lugging us out. Happy days. Now, do I take the chance of trying to turn sharply and go through the trees when we get to the swamp? Or do I go out into the swamp and turn back on myself? These are all these big decisions and dilemmas I've got to think about. It's going to start getting too dark to see soon, isn't it? So, do I swing out wide here and risk getting stuck but go through the trees? I think I might, you know. As long as I can swing this back far enough around. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Don't get stuck. No range. I've still got it in normal box. I just suddenly realised. We're going. We're going. We're still moving. All I've got to do is get out of that horrible swampy bit the other side, and we're, I say plain sailing. It's not necessarily plain sailing, but it's certainly, we're over the worst. Mind you, I've said that before, and I've got within meters of my destination and rolled over. So let's not count our chickens now. Like I say though, we are still moving. We've got some trees, so why is it always auto winch? Oh, because I've got the engine running, that would be why. Attach winch. Come on, give me that tree further out there. That one. Nope, that snapped. Ah. Sorry, I just thought it might be easier to just whack the winch out ahead of us. It keeps going to the side, that really irritates me. No, why would I want to winch from the side? Directly ahead is where I want to winch to. Nope. Nope. It's like Spider-Man flinging his things out. Oh. That's better. Right, we're out of the boggy stuff, now it's just windy. I've just got to make sure I don't tip it, so I don't get too over exuberant on the whoosh pedal, and we should be alright. Dragging the back of that. Yep. Those rear ramps are going to be no good for anybody by the time we finish with this. But, I tell you what, if we do get there, we're going to be very low on fuel, but we'll have done it. We're not far off now. Don't tip, don't tip, don't tip. I'm convinced if we'd gone with the sideboard trailer, we would have had 3 or 4 opportunities or occasions where this would have gone over. Or at least would have tried to. Nice. Now this trailer was already at the service hub when we kind of fixed up the service hub, so I don't want to sell it back because there's a risk that it's needed for a job, but then I think I've done most of the contracts on here now on Quarry. I don't think there's many left to do. Do not tip over now after all this. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Be nice. Be nice, play nice. problem is the next job I want to take on is concrete slabs, and I think I have to go into the quarry, and I really do not want to go into the quarry. Wow, I am absolutely blown away by this. So yeah, one of those trailers. You see how much higher it sits off the ground? I'm sure I would have lost the load off that. Look how low this is sitting with the container on. It's almost, with the container on, at the height that trailer would have been at. The actual trailer bed. It's amazing. Why did I come all the way around this way? Don't know. Oh, breathe a sigh of relief. I didn't need to be towed out after all that. Like I said, that first bit on the beach, I was a little bit, oh no, you know, what am I going to do? So where's the last bit that causes the most grief? The boggiest bit of ground. That said, fantastic. They are back in business, and we did alright. I've got 83 litres left to get me back and refuel, which I think I can do. I might just go straight across there actually. That's where I get stuck now after all that. Taking a shortcut's going to cause me problems. Right, let me just stop there, turn the engine off. Right, let's check on our Tiger oil. So, geological research, that's the one I clicked on kind of by accident. That's triangulation points, and I said I was going to do that off screen. Now those triangulation points are on Zimnogorsk. They're not on this map. So it means taking the seismic vibration equipment out to Zimnogorsk and going around that one. Direct delivery won't unlock until I've done that, but that is taking stuff, oil rig drill 1 through to Zimnogorsk. I don't want to do that until I've unlocked a bit more of the stuff through there. So the other option then, Tamir I've done. Oh, is it that one? Key buildings restoration. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that one there, concrete slab ×2 from the quarry, haha, and fuel ×1 from there. Now what I could do if I wanted to, and that's something I'm seriously considering, is taking my vehicle all the way back to Drowned Lands. I say all the way back to Drowned Lands because I've got the saddle low on this and I want to put a normal back on it, because I want to do it not in one long semi-trailer, I want to do it in two. So I have a back on the truck and a trailer and take the concrete slabs like that. Gives me better articulation, better movement over the ground. That's how I want to do it. So I need to go back to Drowned Lands to put a new back on the truck. So what I could do is get the concrete slabs from Drowned Lands and bring them through, which means I don't have to go down into the quarry, which is a much more sensible alternative. Because I don't think it although it says that's where you get them from, that's because that's the nearest place on this map. So I'm thinking that may well be the option I go for. I may just do that. So I'm going to take this low loader back, take this back to the service hub. Again, this is where I get stuck. You've got to see what I mean. This is ridiculous. All that way I've gone, and now I get stuck. Pump up, there we go. That's better. So I'm heading back to the service hub. Then what I will do is probably I'll bring the Tatterin back, because that was only there for recovery if I needed it, and I didn't, which is great. I'm going to take the truck back to Drowned Lands and change the back on it. This may be a slightly shorter video, like I say, because I'm not going to take on the other contract on this video. I don't know how long that's going to take, but we finished that one, which I'm really happy with. But we have come to the end of this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.